Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Nanny Faye Chrisley makes Todd and Julie prison prediction. Nanny Faye Chrisley is making a Todd and Julie Chrisley prison prediction. It has been a very hard holiday, with the couple incarcerated for the second Christmas in a row. Yet Nanny is keeping the faith and sharing her beliefs with the world. So when does she think her son and daughter-in-law will be released? Keep reading for more details. Nanny Faye Chrisley makes prison prediction. A lot has happened since Todd and Julie Chrisley entered their respective prisons. Julie is in Kentucky, whereas Todd is in Florida, serving a total of 19 years. They started serving in January 2023, and it has not been easy for their children, especially Savannah Chrisley. In the blink of an eye, she became the guardian of her two younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson. In September, her ex-fiance, Nick Curdiles, was killed in a motorcycle accident, and her brother, Chase Chrisley, ended his engagement. Their parents also left while Nanny Faye Chrisley was battling bladder cancer. Fortunately, she is in remission, which is amazing news, and has had a chance to visit Todd in prison. Savannah has done the best she can with her siblings. They are happy having her, and she even managed to find love with Robert Shiver. Chase has moved on with Jody Lane Fornerat, which has also been great, though fans wonder why he is not with his sister as much. Recently, right before the holidays, Savannah had Nanny Faye on her Unlocked podcast. They talked about how Todd and Julie were not going to be there for Christmas, but Nanny made a prediction. She said that though their hearts were heavy, hopefully Todd and Julie Chrisley would be with them in 2025. More so, Nanny added that they were not going to let the devil win, or the people who were against the family. They were going to keep on going and moving ahead. She reminded Savannah of something she always tells the kids, and that is nothing lasts forever. Good versus bad karma. There was a bit of a debate about good versus bad karma. Nanny Faye Chrisley had never heard of good karma and did not want whatever that was. Savannah Chrisley tried to break it down for her, but she still would not subscribe to it. So what do fans have to say about Nanny's strong words of faith? Of course, others felt that Todd and Julie needed to serve the time for what they had done. However, it did not change how much followers loved and respected Nanny and her sweet words. Nanny Faye Chrisley has never been one to hold her tongue, and she certainly isn't starting now. With her trademark Southern sass, a fresh hairdo that sparkled like sunshine on sweet tea, and a new red lipstick that screamed, "Don't mess with me," the Chrisley family matriarch has made a bold prediction about her beloved Todd and Julie's future, and fans are buzzing. On a warm Tennessee morning, Nanny Faye invited a small group of close friends and family to her cozy kitchen for coffee and coconut cake. But it wasn't just a social gathering. This was her official State of the Chrisley Union, as she jokingly called it. Cameras weren't rolling yet, but her words packed more punch than an entire season of Chrisley Knows Best. "I may be 80, but don't let the wig and lashes fool ya," she said with a wink. "I know when something's about to shift in the universe, and baby, it's shifting." She took a slow sip from her rhinestone-encrusted coffee mug, which read "Free Julie, y'all," and leaned in, eyes twinkling with mischief. "I give it 6 months," she declared. 6 months till Todd and Julie are walking out of them prison gates. Heads held high, back straight, just like the good Lord intended. The room fell silent. Grayson, seated beside her, raised an eyebrow. "Nanny, are you saying you think they're getting out early?" She nodded confidently. "Mark my words, sugar. I had a dream last night, one of those real dreams. Your daddy was in a white suit, looking like Colonel Sanders, and preaching to a crowd outside the prison gates. Julie was beside him in a pink church dress, handing out casseroles to the crowd. That ain't just any dream. that's a sign. Nanny Faye's predictions have long been the stuff of family legend. She once predicted Savannah would dye her hair dark. "You look like a brunette Barbie." Guessed the gender of Chloe before the sonogram, and once claimed a squirrel was trying to send her messages from heaven. About intuition, this time, however, she insists it's about justice. And honey, justice is comin'. Slow as molasses, but sweeter than ever. She's not alone in her hope. Across social media, Chrisley fans have rallied behind the matriarch's prediction. "If Nanny Faye says it, I believe it," one fan wrote on Instagram. "She's got a hotline to heaven and a better track record than my therapist." Savannah, meanwhile, isn't exactly dismissing the possibility. "My nanny's been through more storms than most folks could handle," she said on her Unlocked podcast. "And if she's feeling something in her soul, I take it seriously. I've been working every legal angle for mom and dad, and let's just say, doors are opening." Julie's recent appeal developments, paired with public outcry over sentencing disparities, have only added fuel to the speculation. And while Todd has made no secret of his frustration behind bars, sources close to the family say he's been focused, faithful, and even surprisingly optimistic lately. Julie says he's been reading scriptures out loud every night, Savannah said. He's got other inmates calling him Pastor Todd. I mean, can you imagine? As for Nanny Faye, she insists it's all part of the plan. "They were sent there for a reason," she said. "Not because they're guilty, but because God needed them to learn something. And now that they've learned it, it's time for their next chapter. Todd's gonna write a book. Julie's gonna start a prison ministry. I'm gonna get my own cooking show. And you better believe we're all gonna sit down for one big reunion special." She paused dramatically, letting the vision unfold in the room. Picture it. Todd grilling steaks in the backyard, Julie teaching Chloe how to make banana pudding, and me, sitting in my favorite chair, watching it all with a glass of sweet tea and a deck of cards. Grayson chuckled. "You forgot the part where you hustle everyone at poker." Nanny Faye grinned. "Oh baby, that's a given." Behind the jokes and dramatic flair, though, was something deeper, something unshakable. Nanny Faye's prediction wasn't just a hope. It was a declaration of belief, wrapped in family love, Southern stubbornness, and that classic Chrisley defiance. "I've seen a lot in my years," she said, "and I know when something's wrong. What happened to Todd and Julie? It was wrong. But we're Chrisleys. We don't stay down. We bounce back, louder, stronger, and with better outfits." She stood up, smoothed her floral housecoat, and looked out the window. The sunlight streamed in just right, casting a golden glow over the kitchen table. "They'll be home soon," she said softly. "And when they are, we'll throw the biggest dang party Nashville's ever seen. With fireworks, music, and every kind of casserole you can dream of." Then with a wink, she added, "And you'll better believe I'll be on the dance floor." Whether you believe in dreams, divine intervention, or just the unwavering faith of a grandmother who refuses to give up on her family, Nanny Faye's prison prediction has ignited hope. In a world where so much feels uncertain, one thing's for sure. Never underestimate the power of a determined Southern woman, especially when her babies are involved. And if you see a white suit and pink church dress in your dreams tonight, well, maybe Nanny Faye really is onto something.